Three Things I Know for Sure by Karen Lane. Nara, 2541. Narrated by Chloe Schwank. Fact 1. I can't keep everyone happy. Right now I'm facing a dilemma. Do I return to the state of WA, where I was born and raised for 42 years, or do I stay in this state of New South Wales, where I've lived happily for the past 20 years? The reason for my return across the Nullarbor would be to help look after my ageing parents, who are in their late 80s. I live on the south coast of New South Wales. My parents live on the south coast of WA. While the latitudes are similar, the climates are worlds apart. At age 62, I can't bear the thought of enduring any more long, hot, dry WA summers. I cringe at the memory of spending endless days in air-conditioned offices, cars and houses. Yes, of course I turn the air conditioning on here during the summer, but never do I have to endure a long string of days above 35 degrees Celsius. In WA, the rain falls mainly during winter, so the landscape looks dry in summer, and often in autumn and spring. In New South Wales, the rain falls throughout most of the year, resulting in a greener landscape, no matter what the month is. Whenever I holiday in WA over Christmas, I notice this lack of greenery. What's more, I feel it. I can't explain it, but I feel more nurtured whenever I'm surrounded by a greener landscape. But it's not just the colour. There's something else that's different too. The terrain in WA is flatter. There's a lot less variation in altitude, and the soil is predominantly sand. In New South Wales, the terrain varies widely: hills, mountains, escarpments, ridges and valleys. I'm not a geologist, so I can't name the soil beneath my feet, but there's not just sand here. There's a huge variation: shale, granite, limestone, sandstone, etc. Maybe it's my imagination, but the ground beneath my feet feels more solid here than in WA. I feel more supported. I swear, I literally feel it. That's not to say that the drier landscapes of WA aren't beautiful. They are. To reference Dorothea McKellar, there's rugged beauty across our wide brown land. However, finding a beautiful place to visit is different to finding a beautiful place to live and to feel at home and at peace in. Living in New South Wales provides me with a feeling of comfort all year round. The ground provides me with that solid foundation, and the green landscapes provide me with a feeling of being nurtured and looked after. Yet, and here's the dilemma, it was my parents who provided me with a solid foundation and a nurturing upbringing in my early decades. Nowadays, I still visit them regularly, and our relationship is excellent, but am I supposed to leave this state, where I feel the happiest, to pay back the debt? Is it selfish to stay in New South Wales? Will I regret my decision to stay? Will I regret my decision if I go? Will other family members in WA resent my decision if I don't go? In my head, there's a confused dance of expectation, duty, guilt, and even resentment that I have to make this choice. But that's life, right? Difficult choices, uncomfortable truths, the balance of trying to do the right thing by everyone, keeping everyone happy. Of course, that's impossible. That's the first thing I do know for sure, that I can't keep everyone happy. I want to do the right thing for my family, but I also want to do the right thing for myself. I've spoken about my dilemma to friends and even to a psychologist. My psychologist asked me to draw up a cost-benefit analysis of moving versus staying. In emptying my muddled head onto 2 columns on a blank page, I unexpectedly found more positive things about moving than I had thought. For example, more catch-up time with family and extended family, other than just once a year at Christmas. This would definitely be a plus. I do enjoy times with family and extended family, but hey, they could always come over here for a visit more often, and some of them do, except for the aging relatives. Fact 2. Our mobility decreases with age. Here's one more thing that I know for sure. As we get older, our mobility decreases, which is why it's important for me to work out exactly where I want to settle down. If I do go back to WA, will I just be waiting for my parents to die so I can come back to New South Wales? That doesn't feel good. By the time they die, I may be too old or too tired to come back. That doesn't feel good either. And here's the rub. Perhaps I'll die before them. And if that's the case, where do I want to die? I could be wrong, but I think this is the most important question for me to answer. Fact 3. I will die. I want to die in the green. I want to be surrounded by the green. I want to thrive in the summertime, not just survive the heat. When I created my cost-benefit analysis, I realized how much I enjoy the buzz of the big smoke of Sydney, of being only a train ride away from the world's most beautiful harbour, the unspeakable beauty of the bridge and the opera house. When I die, I'd like my ashes sprinkled in the harbour between the bridge and opera house, perhaps thrown from a harbour ferry as it leaves Circular Quay and heads to Luna Park. In writing this, I've decided that, no, I won't move back to WA, but yes, while my mobility allows, I'll travel back more often and see my parents, family, and extended family. For me, family is important, but it isn't everything. There's something to be said about the land we live on, how it supports and connects with us in ways that are, as yet, unfathomable. The end.